The bad news is, according to statistics, most New Year's resolutions are chucked out the window by the second Friday in January. So and that's maybe half of people statistically, less than half of people make New Year's resolutions, but less than 10% of those actually keep them. So that's the bad news. Like, the New Year's 2026 resolutions mostly chucked. The good news is it's never a bad time to start a new habit. So we've got that on our side. And also, good news, we've got a whole lot of 2026 to go. It's still January. So I think it's still a good time to talk about, think about, and maybe make some smarter New Year's resolutions. So, okay, where did they put the share button? Here we go, share. So 2026, we're still working it. We got 23 scientifically proven New Year's resolutions you can actually keep. All right. So this is from an article. So we want to have really good, sustainable, healthy habits. And this is from healthline.com. I have a picture of the article a little bit later. But what is the vicious cycle of New Year's resolutions, really any resolutions, that we don't keep? So this is what happens. We decide to go on a diet and we say, okay, I'm going to restrict something. Going to restrict calories, going to restrict fats, going to restrict carbs, going to restrict whatever, our strategy is. And almost any strategy will work for a little time, right? And this goes for other resolutions than just weight, but I think the struggle with weight is a pattern that we can mostly identify with. So what happens? We're on it. We tighten down our diets and then we lose weight initially. Hooray. And then your body pushes back. Your body's like, danger, warning, we're losing weight. We're starving. We've got to change our metabolism. We've got to hold on to more calories. The gut microbiome takes over. We got to get more in. This situation is not normal because our brains are designed. You got that, Tony? Thank you. Our brains are designed to help us to survive and to survive through famines, through droughts, through other stressful times. So, Alice wants to come in. Let's let Alice in. Thank you. And welcome, Beverly. All right. So we regain the weight. We feel bad about it. And then we say, I got to do something. And so we do the whole thing over again. And maybe we try a different restriction. Maybe we try the same one. We try to do better. But anyway, we have to work with our bodies because our bodies are programmed against lack. So our brains do not want us in a situation where we are deprived of calories, nutrients, etc. So today we're going to discover 3 mindset shifts that will make resolutions stick. Those are sustainability. So we're in this for the long haul. This isn't just a short trip around the weight room. We are going to focus on addition rather than subtraction. That's like my favorite strategy. And we're looking at the whole person. Now, you know that I have 5 M's of total transformation, but this particular article breaks down the strategy into 6 pillars. And you'll recognize some of the 5 M's in these pillars. They are food, nutrition, movement, mind. So that's 4 of them right there. Rest and prevention. And tucked into the prevention piece is the measurement piece. So I'm totally in line with the article's 6 pillars. And we're going to learn a cruise control method, you could say, to pick 1 to 3 initial goals. So we're not going to try to do all of the strategies at the same time, right? Our cycle is going to be starting with 1, 2, maybe 2, going around with a positive cycle, not a vicious, what do they call it? Virtuous cycle, not a vicious cycle. Okay, so here's the article. 23 healthy New Year's resolutions you can actually keep. And it was just updated last month. And I fed this article into Notebook LM and got some awesome slides, and we're going to share the rest of them with you. Before we do, though, I just want to introduce myself. I'm DrLisa Singletary, the 100-pound weight loss specialist, and there are my 5 M's of total transformation. But today we're talking about 6 pillars. And people do ask me, are you a real doctor? Yes, I'm a real doctor, but I'm retired. And in my retirement, I developed a passion for holistic health. So sharing these things with you. Disclaimer, this is not a medical consultation. This is not a second opinion. I'm giving you my brains, my analysis, my experience, and empowering you to make your total transformation. So this is a little snapshot of my journey. I'm still on the journey, but I'm so glad you're here today with me to talk about this article. All right, so the 3 mindset shifts are sustainability, addition over subtraction, and holistic health. So sustainability first. If you can't maintain it for life, we have a nutrition program we call 90 for life. And people are like, well, how long do I have to do this? For life, right? So we want healthy habits for life. And, a lot of times we get real excited right away and we start doing everything, all the things, changing the schedule, changing the food, changing the activity, and we're not consistent. So we need consistency. So smaller habits that we're building with consistency over intensity. My favorite, addition over subtraction. So we're adding nutrients. We're adding movement. We're adding good rest rather than just banning foods. And we do want to cut out the negativity, right? We want to add more positivity. In holistic, it's not just weight. It's nutrition, movement, mindset, restoration, your environment. We talk about electromagnetic radiation, right? All of these factors come into play, but we don't have to fix them all at the same time. Secret number 2, now we're going to dig into those 6 pillars. Pillar number 1, relationship with food. So these were 4 of the resolutions that talk about the mechanics of eating. All right. And we've tried we've looked at these different strategies. How often do you weigh yourself, or how often do you do your metrics? It depends on the person. It depends on what your strategy, what you're trying to achieve. But you don't want to obsess over the numbers, right? What do the numbers really mean? We want to look behind the numbers. We want to balance our plates. That picture is not the balance I would put, right? I would put protein like maybe or fiber, the protein and produce. That's our main thing. So protein and produce, maybe a little less on the fats, but we want to make sure and get the protein that we need. And most of us don't. Now, cooking at home, that's a really important strategy. And that doesn't just mean, that doesn't mean you can't go out or can't get food from other sources, but your best bet is going to be at home. And fresh ingredients. Keep your pantry fresh, keep your ingredients fresh, keep your lean proteins available. I just bought a thing of mini carrots and a rotisserie chicken just to have ready for, I need to get some eggs. Okay, thank you, Notebook LM, for reminding me about the eggs. And forget that baguette is there. Forget the bread. All right, pillar number 2, the quality of your nutrition. More whole foods, add produce, limit sugar, especially in your beverages. Reduce convenience food. And when you say convenience, think ultra processed, right? We've got to get the processed foods out, and cutting back on alcohol. We talked about how alcohol dehydrates us. The osmolality of alcohol is, when I say alcohol, wine, spirits, beer, whatever. The osmolality is greater than the blood. And so it will dehydrate. It pulls liquid from our cells and into our gut in just a bad situation. All right. Pillar number 3, joyful movement. So we're adding exercise snacks, right? Instead of sitting long times, long hours, we take a snack in between. Find activities that we enjoy. I love a little dancing and getting outside, getting the sun, taking the walks, just grounding. All of these strategies, like I said, we're not going to do them all at the same time, but these are options for starting to create our virtuous cycle, our good habits. Pillar number 4, mental clarity. Now, in the 5 M's, mindset is number 1, right? But we can train our brains, and I have some amazing articles about neuroplasticity. I might dig into them for you. So maybe a little deep for a Saturday morning, but man, our brains are amazing. So we want to seed our brains, but we also want to have our brains in the right frame of mind. So meditation, mindfulness, again, cutting out that negativity and limiting screen time. In this AI world, I can't tell you, I can't emphasize enough the screen time, not just for children, for adults, because, doom scrolling is real. And it's not just that there's so many interesting and entertaining things on the internet, but the AI is learning what you like and it's feeding you what you like and it's increasing that dopamine stimulation. So be very, very, let's go back to 14. Be very, very mindful of your screen time, your scrolling, because again, it's not just it's not just random entertainment. It's an intentional increase in your dopamine addiction because once you click on a video, once you click on a story, the AI even knows how far down you read on the page or how many minutes or seconds that you listen to the video. It's very, very sophisticated. So it's, we use AI, but don't get sucked in. Pillar number 5, rest and restoration. This is increasing your parasympathetic nervous system. This is your quality sleep, your relaxation time, your hobby time, your me time. And pillar number 6, this is where, this is like a hodgepodge basically, but healthier household products, including electromagnetic fields. Visiting your doctor. This is where I put measurement, right? This is where we're going to keep track of what our bodies are doing, how our bodies respond to these positive changes that we're making. And oral health, right? Keep your teeth, your gums happy. That looks like a bamboo toothbrush. Who knew AI knew about bamboo toothbrushes, but, the flossing, all the things. Because what's right next to your mouth is your brain, not far away. So we want to keep your mouth a healthy environment. Okay, secret number 3, our cruise control strategy. Motion that builds energy instead of stealing it. I think that last line might be on something else. But forget the motion part. We did the motion before. Okay. So we got a few spotlights. The Whole Foods advantage. What do Whole Foods do? They help to decrease heart disease. They help to decrease body weight. They help to keep your blood sugar managed. And again, protein and produce. Now, if that big bowl of broccoli doesn't look yummy and inviting to you, maybe you're not going to start with broccoli. Maybe start with something else. But we want to get plenty of fresh whole foods into our diet. Biological regulators. So as modern as we are, we're connected. We're connected to our circadian rhythms. We're connected to the earth and grounding. And so we want to take advantage of the patterns and we want to understand the patterns that affect us. Now, I think of when it shows day and night, I think of 2 things. Now, we're past the winter equinox. And so the days are getting longer. Can you tell? Just a little bit longer every day. I'm excited. So, but we're still not through the cold, dark winter. So we need to protect ourselves. We need to protect our mood. We need to protect our activities. We need to protect our rest. Okay, so how do we start? We're going to prioritize. We're going to make it smart. And we're going to then keep circling back. So prioritize, just pick 1 to 3 of the 23 resolutions. Make it SMART. So you've probably heard of SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And then iterate. Once we get one down, and research says it takes 66 days to lock in a new habit. I've heard as low as 20, what is it, 27, I think. But let's say from 3 weeks to 2 months, somewhere in there, to lock in a new healthy habit. And then we can go back and pick up the next tab. So I love this checklist because it is a summary of all 23 resolutions, and you can check off which habit you're going to try this go around. And then you can add the next go around, add more checks until you really have a holistic plan for your health and wellness. And I said earlier, consistency is more important than intensity. So starting off on a sprint and then pooping out and not even going back to the track, that's not going to help you. Even it doesn't matter how hard you did those sprints and how hard you stretch. If you stop, how hard you sweat. If you stop, then you're losing any benefit you might have gotten. But if you follow Miss Mary, she's out on that track every day. I love it. And she shared something with me. She said that while her husband does the running, she's walking, and they meet up together on his on his cool downs, and they walk together, and then he'll run off and do his runs, and then they come back and walk together. So I love that. They're making it work for both of them. All right. So creating a healthier relationship with food, taking better care of your body and mind can significantly improve your overall health for life. Now, these are some sources that were mentioned in the article, and you can get the article 23 Healthy New Year's Resolutions by Healthline.com, and all of this information is in there. Bonus secret is your nutrition tune-up. So how do we stop our bodies from getting into that, I'm starving, I've got to hold on to more calories, I've got to keep you from losing weight? How do we get our bodies into or out of that mode while we're trying to decrease our calories, or we're trying to institute some new habits? We make sure we have the 90 essential nutrients, 60 essential minerals, 16 essential vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 2 to 3 essential fatty acids. We need all 90 essentials every day, 90 for life. So what we've discovered: sustainable wellness is built with repeatable habits, not rigid rules. The best resolutions live in the pillars, or the M's, not pressure. And the pillars are food, nutrition, movement, mind, rest, and prevention. And your next step is simple. Start today and just pick one. Now I love this. This is a summary of the 23 resolutions. Now, this is not like the checklist, but it does give you an idea of the different areas, the different pillars, and I love these hints about sustainable swaps, right? So we don't want to be in the negative cycle of dieting. We want to be on the positive cycle. So we're picking up one good habit at a time. Cutting out the sugary drinks, the processed snacks, and the sitting all day, the sedentary lifestyle. We want to snack with our exercise, and we want healthy snacks and healthy beverages for our sustainable nutrition. And mindset, mindfulness, just being aware of what things are doing in your environment, get your sleep together, and keep track of your metrics, whether it's from your health evaluation survey, your smartphone face scan, your hair mineral analysis. That's one that a lot of people don't think about. Like, there are a lot of ways to keep track. But again, all of it, these are things that we can start instituting one bit at a time. Now, if you want to get this summary, I think I have a link for you. Yeah, there you go. You can scan. This is the summary. You scan this QR code, and you can get the free download for the 23 Healthy Resolutions summary infographic. But if you want the checklist, right? We love the checklist because this has all 23 right there, and you can choose and keep track. You got that too. So scan this QR code, and this will take you to the free download for the checklist. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. I love it. Our live sessions here on Saturday mornings, but maybe you came first to the YouTube replay. So if you were on the replay at 9 o'clock tonight or any time after that, right? Because it's just going to be on YouTube from now on, unless they take my videos down again. So if you want to get the webinar without worrying about YouTube, come live, and you can scan that QR code to register for the whole year. So once you register, you'll get the link for the entire year and actually beyond. I think I made this one even longer than 2026. So registration is now open. Now, those of you who are here live, you know we're going to be back at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be in the comments. I'll be live in the comments for the premiere. That's the first time this replay will show on YouTube. So thank you all for coming today. I'm so excited that we've got a smart way to build some new habits in 2026. The red Corvette's getting ready to ride. I love you all. Mwah.